So I'm assuming from right here, they don't want the police to face murder charges, but right here, Walter Wallace has died by the hands of the police. Based on this article, I'm just getting the bits and pieces from the shooting. Um, this is crazy. Walter Wallace. I'm just trying to really figure out. Yeah, shows officers yelling. Oh wow, he had a knife and then they shot him dead. Yeah, I remember this. I didn't, but see, that's the thing. When they said they shot him, I didn't believe he was killed. Yeah, but right here I have cell phone video captured Walter Wallace Jr. altercation with the police officers before he was killed. Put the knife down, put the knife down. One officer can be heard saying, and then oh my gosh. So look, I'm not even going to get into that because that's just up for a whole different debate. But I'll tell you this Walter Wallace is very sad, man, because right now I'm over here seeing there's a ton of police officers getting hurt, over 57 police officers injured, 212 people arrested. They're out there protesting, they're rioting. There's a curfew set in Philadelphia. Oh my goodness. This is just recent. They found a van filled with explosives. So, and this is just a week before the election. And then I look, I will say this, man. R.I.P. Walter Wallace Jr. First and foremost. No man should lose their life ever for anything, especially by a public servant. Period. That's what I feel. Period. Nobody. Anyone. Let me spark this real quick. Just let that cook real quick. But what I will say is this, and I've said this before, and I'll say this again now. I personally don't mess with the police. I don't fuck with the police at all. I've never had a need to personally fuck with the police in all my years being on this earth. I'm not saying like I'm some super street gangster cat, but I'm just saying from where I'm from, we figure things out without getting the need for the police. And Lord willing, there's never been anything that's been too big that say we have needed an outside mediator like the police to get it solved or figured out. And I'm just talking about in all my years of growing up. And I'm saying that to say this. That doesn't mean we don't need police. That doesn't mean that there's people out there who are scared for their life or in places and situations that they don't know how to figure it out, and they may need a third-party mediator to come to the aid and rescue and take care of whatever it may be. And then with the need of them, I also say that a lot of people need to acknowledge police officers, and I said I don't fuck with them at all. But still, police officers, at the end of the day, is one of the very few positions out there when you leave your job or leave in the morning for your job, there is no guarantee that you will come home alive or come home, period. I'm saying come home alive. No, there's no guarantee. So when you tell your loved one goodbye or I love you or whatever in the morning, there's a lot of cases, or there have been a lot of cases, that was the last time they ever said that to that loved one. But like I said, I don't fuck with the police. But I would say this. I have been an advocate over the years to find better and more effective ways to subdue criminals. I do not feel that going straight to deadly force is the best and most effective way to handle and treat, let alone any, but in most recent times, every situation. It feels like that's the first place we're going, deadly force. Granted, I appreciate the officers who go for their taser first, go for the tackle first, shoot for the knees, shoot for the foot. Granted, I still don't want you to shoot anyone, but then again, we need to find ways to subdue criminals that will be different from what we're doing now. I'm sorry. We gotta find. But then again, this is what I mean by we need more training. And this is what I mean by when I said I don't believe in defunding the police. But then again, I will say this on this topic, that Philadelphia is in flames right now, and Philadelphia in flames a week before the election is not something you want. And then with all this going on, like I said, I am not a police supporter. But then again, any job where you are out there to be a public servant and there's not a guarantee of you making it home to your family because your job is to make sure we make it home to our family, you got to give them a little bit of credit. And like I said, this is coming from someone who don't fuck with the police. I do not know. I'm good. Like I said, I'm smoking bud in a non-legal state. So there's many reasons for me to not associate or directly contact with, with police. But come on, bro. We got to really be honest and acknowledge the truth here, man. We don't really need to defund the police. We need to actually give more funding to the police. We need more training, a better selection of officers. We need these niggas to be built like football players, big and tall and strong, pause, but it's only because it's like, yo, we need these niggas to go out there and be able to tackle and be. Bro, I saw a video like on World Star about a week ago where a police officer's getting his ass beat. Wait, and here's the crazy part. He's getting his ass beat and the criminal had one cuff on. So you're telling me whatever happened, this shit went so drastically wrong that you went from one cuff on to getting your ass mopped and we need backup. And you're telling me this is not a training situation? This is not a selection situation? You're telling me this guy who got his ass whooped is one of the best that you were able to select for that force at the time? And if he was, you're telling me how he performed with this perp who was not some big, tall, diesel, cocky motherfucker was the best training he had at hand to subdue him with one cuff on? Come on, bro. Let's really be honest, man. And we see this all the time. I'm just only acknowledging it because right now, like I said, this is wrong what happened to Walter. This is wrong. Walter Wallace, this is wrong. Rest in peace. But to think that to remove funding from the police and to think that their job is easy is hard. That's a joke to believe within itself. But like I also said, we need to find a better way to subdue criminals. So if we need to get a better selection of officers, so that means we need to entice them with a better budget, bigger budget, then we need to pay officers more. So that means, look, we got to give them more funding. If that means we need to get better training so they could be able to subdue people with knives or give them tactical hand-to-hand training, then that means we need more funding. But the point I'm trying to say is that to defund the police and to make their job seem like it's an easy one, because that could have went, say hypothetically this went the other way. Because nobody ever speaks of this story. Because like I said, RIP, I don't know what Walter had the knife for. I don't know what he was using it for. No one knows if he was using it to be a deadly person to attack or whatever. I only skimmed the article, so I don't even have all the facts. And I'm not going to speak on it like I know the facts. But I'm going to speak on it like this. Say we do not know what his intent was. Because this is what we have to do. Not judge people on their skin, but on the content of their character. What is his intent? What is he known for? Is he a dangerous person? Does he look like he is disgruntled? We do not know. Because in a situation that all those check boxes apply and they went into silently and not armfully subdue him and one of them got their throat cut, this would be a whole different headline. Totally different headline. Totally. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I am not in any favor saying, yo, the police. No, like I said, I don't fuck with the police. I still to this day, even after saying what I said, I don't fuck with the police. But we need just to acknowledge some of these jobs. Like, wait, for perfect example, if this could help, help my metaphor or be a metaphor to help work, we may not look at firefighters the same, but their job is damn near in the same checkbox. Because if you're in a burning building or if a building is on fire and your grandparents, your pets, your kids, or your whatever the case is in there, and their job, they pull up on the scene, their job in most cases is to go in there and get you out. And in most cases, not all of them live. Things do happen. These are dangerous jobs. So to assume that the firefighter pulling up to a flaming building and he has to run in there and save a young family, and it's like, no, in most cases they don't even go in because like they said, it's an unescapable thing. It's not feasibly possible to go in. The flames will engulf and kill. I'm just being honest here. So We got to look at some of these jobs and look at the danger that's attached to them and acknowledge them for more than just a civil servant. Like, look, these people could die out here on any given day just for being who they are. That and wait, and not even that, but just for taking the job that they took.